Hi, I'm Chef Seis, and today I'm going to make some vanilla cupcakes for my niece's 3rd birthday. So really simple recipe. I'm gonna start with butter. So this is about 1.5 sticks, so that's 12 tablespoons. And we're gonna use a hand mixer today. But you can also use a KitchenAid if you've got one. 1.5 cups of sugar, so let me put that in there. And what we're trying to do is basically just cream them together. So basically what that's gonna mean is we're gonna get light and fluffy, and also it's gonna get nice and airy. And we're gonna make sure that the sugar mixes well into the butter. So we're gonna get that going for a little while. And then now I'm gonna take my dry ingredients. So I've got 2.5 cups of all-purpose flour, and I'm gonna mix that in with the baking powder. This is 2.5 teaspoons. And then salt, and we're gonna mix this up. And just so it gets all incorporated well. And then for the liquid part of this, I have 1.25 cups of whole milk, and I'm gonna add 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract to that. And that's the liquid part. So now I have the butter and sugar well incorporated. It's nice and white, light and fluffy, so that's basically creaming it together. Then we're gonna add the eggs one by one. There are 2 eggs here, so I'm gonna start the mixer again. And we're just gonna make sure that we're gonna incorporate them one by one very well into the mixture, just like that. So now the eggs have been completely incorporated into that butter sugar mixture. We're gonna go for the liquid. So this was the milk and the vanilla, but when you're turning on your mixer, go really slow because you don't want it splashing around everywhere. So I'm gonna start mixing that nice and slow. And kind of going away from it so the liquid doesn't splash right into the mixture. And that's there. And we're gonna incorporate that. So I'm gonna mix this a little bit better. And actually with the hand mixer, I'm gonna incorporate it like this way so it doesn't splash all over the place. And now I'm gonna add the flour in. So I'm gonna just actually put this in with a ladle or with a spoon first, or you can use a spatula. And we're gonna try to mix this in together. And get this all incorporated, so then you'll get the batter this way. So I start with the spoon first and get it mixed in nicely, and then we can finish it up with a mixer. Obviously with the KitchenAid you can go a little bit at a time, but since I have the hand mixer I can show you how this looks this way. Now the flour is mixed in, and this is the batter. So the batter's all done right now. And I got this set up with a pastry bag inside a deli cup. So very simple. You can use a glass if it fits, and this helps it so you can make it stable and you can actually put this stuff in. So we're gonna take the batter and add it right into the pastry bag, just like that. And this is gonna help make it easier to pipe into the cupcake papers, which now actually I have mini ones because it's a little kid's party, so I don't want them getting too high on sugar. But so now we're gonna take that, fold up this pastry bag, push it down, wrap this top, and just cut the end. Always remember, if you cut it, you can go a little smaller first, and then you can always cut more, but if it's too big, then it gets to be a little bit of a problem. I've already buttered these out. You can use spray. I just like using butter. And then we're just gonna pipe these in there real quick. And don't fill them all the way because they will rise. The baking powder in there will help them rise together. And that's it. And then you can do these really quickly. All right, so they're all filled up and ready to go in the oven. I've got the oven preheated at 375, and we're gonna put those in for a few minutes until they're done. So now I've just taken the cupcakes out of the oven. I've used these small cupcake papers. This is about 12 minutes. But what you can do is take it out a little bit before and cake test it. Or use a toothpick. Just go inside, insert it right in the middle, and make sure they come out clean. That's how they look. They smell delicious. So I'll get to frosting these in a little bit. So I'm gonna make buttercream frosting for the cupcakes that I just made for my niece's party. So really simple process, but I have a cup of butter already here, and I started whipping this. It took about 3 minutes to do it, soften, but it helps give it a nice airy texture. So I'm gonna start getting that going a little bit again. And into that, I'm gonna add 1/4 teaspoon of salt, and then we're going to add vanilla. This is 2 teaspoons. I'm gonna put that in, actually 1.5 teaspoons. You can add more if you'd like. And I'm gonna mix that around a little bit. Then I'm gonna add my confectioner sugar. So this is 3 cups worth. And then we're gonna go a little slowly and add some in there. And it looks like a lot, but I'll take it all, and that'll help make this into a great frosting. So now I've incorporated the sugar with the rest of the ingredients, so it looks like this. And then I'm gonna add a little bit of milk to this, about 1/4 cup as well. So that helps smooth it out. And then once we blend that all in, then we'll have our buttercream frosting, just like that. Okay, so now we're ready to frost the cupcakes. I already have my pastry bag set up with my tip. Right into my pastry bag as the frosting is gonna go in there. The rubber spatula makes it really easy because then you can scrape it off the side and put it in there. Just let it fall in there. Now I'm using this deli cup where you can use a glass, but it helps keep the pastry bag straight, so you don't need any special tools. Just have things that are around the house. And then I'm gonna actually push this down like that. Give it a little cinch. And then you use one hand, you cinch it up here, and then you use the pressure in your hand to do that. So I've got a few cupcakes that are ready. We're just gonna frost them gently. And just go this way. Now the whole thing is to use even pressure around it. And then you can make different designs depending on the tip. It's like a star tip. And then we're gonna make a little swirl for this one. And also too, since I'm going to my niece's birthday party, what's fun too, if you don't mind the mess a little bit, is you can set them up with little sprinkles. Now I've got this little setup here with a few different colors, but you can have them make their own. Obviously you can get some bigger sprinkles or things they like, but then you can just add a little bit or have them do their own. It'd be good to put like a tablecloth or a sheet of paper down so you can pull it away. And then there you go. Cupcakes for my niece's 3rd birthday party.